Hello friends, today I will be discussing about the afferent and efferent pathways to the cerebellum. First, afferent pathway. Cortico-pontocerebellar pathway. It originates in the cerebral motor cortex, premotor cortex and somatosensory cortex. Passes by pontine nucleus. Pontocerebellar tract enter through middle cerebellar peduncle of the opposite side, distributed mainly to the lateral zone of cerebellar hemisphere. Second, olivocerebellar tract passes from inferior olivular complex in medulla, enters through inferior cerebellar peduncle, relay all over the cerebellum, receive proprioceptive input from the whole body and is stimulated by the motor cortex, basal ganglia, reticular formation and the spinal cord. Third, vestibulocerebellar tract. It originates in the vestibular apparatus and brainstem vestibular nuclei, enters through inferior cerebellar peduncle. It terminates in the vestigial nucleus in the flocculonodular lobe of the cerebellum. Helps in balance, equilibrium, posture and eye movements. Fourth, reticulocerebellar tract. It originates in the brainstem reticular formation, enters through inferior cerebellar peduncle, terminates in the vermis. Fifth, dorsal spinocerebellar tract enters through inferior cerebellar peduncle of the same side and terminates in the vermis. Receives signals from muscle spindle, Golgi tendon organs and tactile receptors. Ventral spinocerebellar tract enters through superior cerebellar peduncle, terminates on both sides of the cerebellum. Receives signals from anterior horn cells of the spinal cord. Receive proprioceptive and extraceptive signals, convey information about the length and tension of muscle fibers and most rapid conduction pathway. Cuneo-cerebellar tract carries proprioceptive impulse from head and neck. 8th, tactocerebellar tract. It carries auditory and visual impulses via inferior and superior colliculi and helps in controlling the movement of head and neck in response to auditory and visual stimuli. Now, these are the types of the afferent fibers. There are two types, mossy fibers and climbing fibers. All the fibers except the olivocerebellar tract are included in the mossy fibers. They are weakly excitatory, action potential is simple and sodium dependent. Their effects are short lasting. Action potential is of small amplitude and action potential is graded and the neurotransmitter is unknown. Climbing fibers, only olivocerebellar tract. They are strongly excitatory. Action potential is complex and calcium dependent. It is long lasting and the neurotransmitter is aspartate and the climbing fibers follow all or none law. Efferent output from cerebellum. First, cerebellovestibular pathway. It originates in the vestigial nucleus at the flocculonodular lobe of the cerebellum, passes through inferior cerebellar peduncle. Signal goes from brainstem reticular formation and vestibular nucleus to axial and proximal muscles, maintain the posture, tone, equilibrium, balance and eye movements. Cerebello-rubrothalamocortical pathway. Origin is interpositus nucleus of intermediate zone of cerebellar hemisphere, passes through superior cerebellar peduncle. Signal goes to thalamus, cerebral cortex, basal ganglia, red nucleus, reticular formation. Helps to coordinate reciprocal contraction of agonist and antagonist muscle in the distant muscle and also compare their movements. It also helps in the ongoing movements of the body. Cerebello-thalamocortical pathway. It originates in the dentate nucleus, passes through superior cerebellar peduncle, goes to thalamus, ventrolateral and ventroanterior, cerebral cortex and premotor area. Via corticospinal tract, it also affects the distal muscles. It helps to coordinate sequential motor activities, plan, program and in motor learning. Thank you friends. If you like my video, then please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for the further updates. Thank you.